Namaste.
Namaste to you too.
I'm Dr. Rajeevlochana. I'm very honored to welcome Dr. Aik-Siong Koh to the Bengaluru campus of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. Thank you very much for coming to the campus and interacting with our students, our faculty members, as well as with the leadership members here.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. So first question is, the recent set of students, they are, let's say, engaging themselves in a need-based learning, let's say going to a chatbot or chat GPT and typing something, learning, executing. But according to you, do you think it's a good approach to proceed in that direction?
Well, the way I tell people is that ChatGPT is a tool. And as usual, a tool needs to be used correctly and not incorrectly. So if the students are using it correctly, of course, it's really good. But they need to avoid using it mindlessly. When they do that, then obviously it's bad. So the important thing for us as instructors or seniors is that we need to verify that they are using it wisely, mindfully, as opposed to mindlessly. A lot of times, students really just copy and paste the answer without even reading it, without even understanding it, and that obviously is horrible. But if they understood what was the reply, then it's a perfect tool. That's exactly what we want in this day and age.
Okay, thank you. And a very brief overview or background of Dr. Aik-Siong Koh is that he has done his bachelor's from Cambridge University in UK, then the master's from Princeton University and the PhD from University of Texas at Austin. Thereafter, he worked at various places as teaching or lecturer, including Texas Tech University, Nanyang Technological University, and then you had a change in your direction. So can you please explain to the viewers exactly what happened?
While I was in academia, I got a taste of Multibody Dynamics. And while I was there, I put some students to work on it and made some research using it. And all the time I was learning the theory very well. And then we went to Singapore to teach at Nanyang Technological University. And it was a great place, but unfortunately, the pollution or the environment caused us to have a lot of allergic reactions. And with that condition, I realized that I need to create something so that I can go out and sell it or something so that I can leave to a better place. And with that decision, I set out to create from scratch Multibody Dynamics software. And fortunately, I was able to find someone interested in it, and we collaborated to create an add-in for AutoCAD, and we were then able to set up a company and commercialize that software. And that gave us the opportunity to leave Singapore, to come back to Los Alamos, New Mexico in the US to continue the development and business. Eventually, the business got bought out by Mechanical Dynamics, who are the makers of Addins. And then I proceeded to develop my solver more and more into a graphical user interface program. And then I met you to create more add-ons for Inventor, for Space Claim. And over the past 20 years, we have done a lot of collaboration together. And this is the first time I'm here in India to meet you for the first time.
Thank you very much in that regard, and I'm very grateful for your visit. So just today we signed a project or a statement of work as a part of our MOU between Amrita and AR-CAD. So in that project, we want to develop plugins or add-ins on top of FreeCAD. So can you please explain about FreeCAD to the viewers, how it can help them in the engineering study and as well as when they go out and start working elsewhere?
Right. Well, the traditional software is AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Fusion 360, OnRamp. But all along in the past 20 years, there has been an open source software called FreeCAD. And FreeCAD has been under development for 22 years, and it's coming to a point where it's competitive with SolidWorks, OnRamp, and Fusion 360. So with that in mind, I want to bring my motion simulator into FreeCAD and proceed to use FreeCAD. The beauty of FreeCAD is that you can own it now, you can own it tomorrow, and forever. And the next other thing is free of charge manual. Okay? Free of charge. Not one of those educational free things, but free for life. And then the second thing that I think is important about FreeCAD is that it's open source. So that means that if you know a little bit of programming or wish to program it a little bit, you have absolute freedom to do that. And programming is very important because no CAD supplies everything that you need. There's always something you want to do a bit better, more specific to your problem. Then you need programming, and absolutely FreeCAD allows you to do that.
Okay, thank you for your insights on that. Now that brings me to the next question, which is related to indigenous development. So typically a student, when we teach them, they learn a particular software, how to use it. But if we want to deep dive into it, we should also know how it works inside. So that is one avenue, and this will definitely help in their long run. So what is your take on indigenous development? How much important it is for the current set of students to dirty their hands and come up with a product?
Well, it's all about students' aptitude. Okay? Indeed, the more they learn is always the better. The beauty of FreeCAD is that it's available. Okay? If there's any enthusiasm for it at all, FreeCAD is just there waiting for you the student or anyone to just pick it up and continue. Okay? Now, like I said, FreeCAD is free, and it seems to me that if you are an engineer that does any form of drawing, CAD type creation, it really is a no-brainer to just put it on your computer and use it whenever there's a need for any drawing that you want to. FreeCAD can do 2D, FreeCAD can do 3D, FreeCAD can do assemblies, FreeCAD can do architectural work, and so on. So it's just like, OpenOffice, which is an open source suite, which is comparable to Microsoft Office suite. Sure, it's not the most popular, but it's there. It gives you the capabilities to do things comparable to the professional CAD. Just for example, we interviewed someone who had a lot of experience with the commercial CAD. So he has done a lot of CAD, so on and so forth. But since he has left those companies, when we came to the interview, he could not say that, I have a CAD system on my machine, because he just can't afford those commercial things, and most of them are owned by the company that he worked for. So in spite of all that experience, he doesn't have a CAD system on his machine. So this is where I think FreeCAD is a no-brainer. Even if you are dealing with commercial CAD, just put FreeCAD on your system so that you are always with a tool to show off your CAD skills.
Okay, thank you. And the final question is, what is your take on the artificial intelligence and how it can be used in the development of FreeCAD or to augment FreeCAD with something that can be used by the society?
Right. I'm not a AI proficient person, so I do not know how to make AI be CAD intelligent. But one thing I have found that AI is very useful for is to get the instructions on how to use the CAD. You know, if I want FreeCAD to say forget the recent files in the pull down menu, I can just type in ChatGPT and says how to make FreeCAD forget recent files, and I can get answers like that. So in terms of getting instructions to use the CAD system, I think AI is excellent for that. So that would be the direction I would tell people to use AI for.
Okay.
For a lot of other things.
Thank you very much. Now we would like to wrap this up by again extending our gratitude for your visit to Amrita Bangalore campus. And as mentioned earlier, today itself we signed an MOU with AR-CAD to jointly develop few products that can work inside FreeCAD. And with this association, we would like to have you here more often and help us in improving our students' quality as well as making them employable or better in their life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Most productive trip, and certainly has been a pleasure.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.